Wagwan people, wagwan. I am a bit under the weather right now. You see what me I say? Asthma attack me right now. But you know, I get better still. So this is BlackRock CEO Larry Flink. Okay, I think a Flink or Fink. Fink or Flink or Fink. Larry Fink. He's talking about tokenization of financial assets is the next step. Bitcoin is a storage model. Here is the tokenization, and who is leading in tokenization of the finance and everything else, not just money. The matter about tokenize we, the people, our identity, putting our identity on the blockchain so that it will be easier to identify who we are. That sounds like the chip to me. And this Mania is the leader of a hedge fund management group that control majority of the American GDP. To us, the American GDP is over what? $22 trillion. This Mania manage more than 50% of that. Okay, his hedge fund group. So just take your time and listen to the devil. Okay? Because them people that sponsor war, them people that sponsor any dang thing that support their cause. In the times of the Iraqi war, who you think were the sponsors of this? All right. BlackRock is not. Now, they pay a lot of money to make BlackRock a household name now. But BlackRock, to people who know the history of BlackRock, it's not a good thing. They're not good. But listen, when they say technology are coming in, man, what you gonna do? You gotta sit by and let it pass you, or you gotta educate yourself about it. So listen to BlackRock CEO Larry Fink talk about the tokenization of everything.
Move into ETFs. How far does it go?
When we bought BGI in 2009, we were ridiculed by most of the financial community saying you cannot marry the culture of an active investor, who we were, and a passive culture. And we said, why? Our clients use both products. Our job is to be agnostic to our clients, to work with our clients, to provide a whole portfolio solution. But over time, more and more clients started to think about, how do I want to get an exposure? Do I want an exposure in this area or this product? And I could do that through actively investing in ETFs. In 2012, we said, ETFs are going to be the new engine for fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ridicule by many people in the business community. And today, the fixed income markets are totally imbued by ETFs. And so at BlackRock, when we bought BGI, we had $290 billion of ETFs. Today, we have $3.5 trillion. And then this week alone, just yesterday, we launched the iShares Bitcoin ETF. And so I would say to you, if we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments. And so what we announced in our architectural change, iShares was this business division in itself. And we thought that's too exclusive. We needed to include the ethos, the philosophy, the spirituality of what iShares can provide in everything we do at BlackRock. Because we believe we're just halfway there in the...
And keep in mind, guys, that this same man, I am chewing on Buckley's, this same mania, a couple of years ago, came out. They not believing in this technology. They're against this technology. They're this, that. Them not investing in it. Him not see investors, fellow members have any interest in it when asked the question, are you going to invest in this Bitcoin? No, look at this. The same other one where manage must about 35% of American GDP come out and say Bitcoin is a pet rock of play toy. Now, how much of them own? Okay? So the same system with them are them. Okay? This is a banking financial system They want the people. This is the reason why they release it to the people first. So if you're not reading, you won't know, because reading is fundamental. If you're not reading, you're not going to know what these people are doing. So you can start to invest or educate yourself about it. They push out this because most of these technology people, the CFTOs, financial technology assistants, CFOs, chief technology assistant officer, chief financial officer. Most of these guys who develop these blockchains used to work for the government. It upon them resume, go look upon it. All right, but them not gonna tell you that. So them people are create the system, man, and them are go against the system, right? And I tell you, if you not do it because it's volatile, it's security, it's a risk, good feel, and this and that. But in our description, it'll tell you that it's good for you, right? So no, them create the system and them a fight against the system, right? Because them want the people to come and say, we need this innovation the time, because time hard. Because all people care about right now, I have to put look of food on them table. I have to make a look of more bread. The look of money where people used to have gone. Because why? Inflation went up ×3. While these guys are making trillion. Did you hear what this man just said? The man saying put him, I don't know if the part come out. The part doesn't come out. But I'm going to say, talk about how they invested a couple $1 billion that turned into trillions of dollars. You're looking at a trillionaire right here. Okay? Continue this video, because I can just go on forever.
ETF revolution, that everything is going to be ETF'd. And we needed to ensure both active products, passive products, digital products are going to be used through the vehicle of ETFs. At the same time, in this architectural change, we're elevating the whole concept that we are going to be curating more and more of our performance-based products too. So it's a very large architectural change. A lot of people have asked me, iShares is the most successful division within BlackRock. Look what it did. Why are you doing this now? And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. I would also say on the beginnings of a ETF Bitcoin, we believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage.
Did you just hear what this man said? And this is the reason why you need to focus on words. Then people are not going to talk about the same thing over. Well, he might try to get as much people to buy into the Bitcoin ETF that was approved by Gary Gensler. The dirty nasty Gary Gensler. The judge that gave Gary Gensler authority to approve BlackRock ETF so that people can buy through their firms instead of buying on the exchanges and all of that. So of course I'm going to talk about it. And there are a few videos of him talking about it. Talking about the same dang thing, tokenization of asset. Right? So, and the recent ones, not the 5-year video then. Some of them 5-year video, he's talking about how this technology is foolish and this and that. And what you know. All right, so guys, keep an ear out. Listen to what this man said next.
We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and stocks.
Do you hear them say? Him say everybody. It will go right across your head. It will go right over your head if you not read, if you follow this man. If you not read, if you hear what I say. If you not read, forget to know the language. I would this man I say. This man, it went right over your head. This man say the next step forward is to tokenize everything. Is to get all of our finance, all of our ID, everything about us on the blockchain. No one know what that mean. That mean the chip.
Number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and
We'll pull you up on that.
number our own identification will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own basically QSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification.
The man say every investor, you and I. No, listen to that. Everybody them want put identities like what? People are here this and I say, oh, them not gonna put my ID on the blockchain, man. Them not no, them not gonna digitize identification for me. I just the people who are investing in them thing. Yeah, the people who are investing in them thing first. But how do you think that these guys are gonna reach their numbers, right, of adoption for this technology? Everybody has to be on there, guys. And most people now see what go on. To the mark of the beast are coming under, sneaking under my man speak feet. Richie Stevens and Richie Spice, I think that's the next song. The mark of the beast are coming under and sneaking under man feet. See the mark of the beast. Are you there already? I just implementation them away upon. Majority of the world, although they accept it. Jamaica being one of them, and the Caribbean islands being one of them. The Latin American islands are getting that too as well. Also, Europe and the Eastern world, such as Russia, China, Africa, and all them places there. Iran and Saudi Arabia, Jordan. Them big pan them thing, they go look up, go read. Them people have been regulating this sector. America is the only one right now that's holding it down. Why them I hold it down and them responsible for it? Me no know. Because them want as much people know about it as possible. If say, let's do it. But you know what? What is as much people? Because almost 8 billion people in the world and only 5 million or over 5 million people invest in this technology so far. Let the devil continue to speak, yeah?
We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's...
All right, guys. So tokenization is another form of, if I have a bicycle, right? Instead of, you know how them give a receipt for them buy a bicycle, them give a receipt from the store. Tokenization, the receipt won't be physical. It will be digital. So then it's always on the blockchain. As long as the internet is up, it's always going to be on the blockchain. Finalization. Finalization is just as that video that we watched the other day where people were walking in the store, scanning themselves as they go in, facial identities capturing them. And what happened now? What happened now? Then pick up something in the store and then just walk out. Them now have nobody to pay. You see the grocery store them now in Canada and in America now. Everything I get digitized and robotized and them don't need people no more.
Just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological...
The tokenization thing on my tab is, the finalization thing on my tab is when I go in a store and that the technology behind the act of going into a store and taking what you want and walking out. Money, move. Just like that. Money, move. Just like that. For anybody to send money to their families right now, how long does it take? How long does it take for that money to get there? It'll get quicker now. And this is because the technology is in play. It's just that a lot of people don't know about it. Let me continue, yeah?
Transformation for financial assets. I believe if you want to talk about voting and voting choice and all the things, if we know every moment who is the owner of that stock and it's now time to vote, every individual who has ownership is identified and they can vote their own shares. Is this the...
Do you hear that? He's talking in the form of investing. But he's not talking in the form of real world because there's technology on the blockchain that's talking about real world things, right? The man say if everybody's tokenized and sign up on the blockchain with their own digital identification, it's easier for finalization, instant finalization. It's also easier to track you. This is the chip. It might not be in your hand yet. It's going to be in your phone. It's already in your phone. Now they're taking the control out of our hands when it comes to chips being in our phone. If you were to check out your older model phone or phones right now, it's just the newer phone that's coming out doesn't have it, the capability, right? So iPhone 14 and Samsung Ultra, whatever, them not have physical SIMs no more. They call something called eSIMs, electronic technology. This is what them have now. So them not give us the ability to pop out the chip and put it back in. They're not doing that. We're not getting the ability anymore. So this, in a way, is forced in on us. It's being forced on us. And they had to rise inflation. They had to. This is the only way that the system can walk among us. Because if everything was good to begin with, the majority of people is going to come out and say, no, what you do with this system here? We don't need this system because the system already good already. We don't want nobody come track we and watch what we are do. They have to make the climate very nasty and bad for the people to come and say, free up innovation.